Wes Streeting's probably got more support than anyone else I can think of for being the potential successor. But, there'll be a lot of people close to him saying this is the moment to, cool your jets, because if it goes off in the way that you're describing, at some point the public are just going to take a look at this and say, ugh, you told us you were the grown-ups. You told us this is the way that silly, exhausted, divided Tories behave. And now look at you.
Yeah, we're not exactly seeing politics tread more lightly on our lives, which is what Keir Starmer promised when he entered Downing Street. So where does this all leave us? Yesterday, I had a chat with someone very senior in Labour, not somebody you could really call a Starmerite, but somebody who is prepared to acknowledge that things are very bad at the top. But they gave me a very clear-headed analysis of just a bit of the bigger picture. And they had 3 points. First of all, just in practical terms, under the new Labour rules, the rules that we told you about first, that changed since last year, Anne, a proper plot to unseat the Prime Minister does require 80 MPs to go public behind a challenger. And so it is still harder than if you're in the Tory party trying to oust a PM to get rid of them, because you can't rely on the anonymity, the letters that can suddenly topple over into a vote of no confidence. You need a named challenger, the stalking horse, and 80 Labour MPs prepared to have their disloyalty known in public. So that's really hard. And this person didn't think we were there yet. Secondly, they blame a lot of the instability on hot-headed 24 intake MPs panicking about the polls. But they pointed out these are people who just haven't been schooled in what it's like when politics gets difficult. Now, all of that reminded me of Boris Johnson and his allies blaming hot-headed Tory MPs from the 2019 intake. But my gut feeling about that is they were right at the start, but not at the end, because they got Boris Johnson in the end. And finally, they said, and this ties it all together, that while you can't see a challenge now after the budget, it'll be Christmas before you know it, they're much less sure that the PM survives after May, because they see very little of what's happening in Downing Street as functioning. Factionalism, narrow cliques giving advice, inter-C9 warfare, even amongst those around Keir Starmer. So that is not a foregone conclusion.
You remind me that what's missing here in this story and in the defence of Keir Starmer, even the word Starmerites, I always feel it should have an asterisk and a footnote. So what is a Starmerite? What does a Starmerite believe? What is it they think that their man stands for, that the other guy, in this case Wes Streeting or Andy Burnham, any challenger you could name, what's the difference? So what is so great about Keir Starmer? That seems to be the question